everyone, it's Dr. Amanda and Dr. Jeric here at Peak Performance.
And running season is here, and so this is the time of year we start to see a lot of runners coming into the office with a lot of common running injuries. And of course, these are always preventable, but we want to kind of give you the rundown of what we typically see in the office with runners.
So yeah, I'll start with runner's knee or patellofemoral syndrome. That's going to be pain in front or around the knee. That's typically caused from muscle weaknesses or imbalances, some different mobility issues in the hips, weak glutes. That's going to be worse with running, jumping, squatting, stairs, stuff like that, which leads us kind of to our next one.
Right, and then we have a lot of IT band syndrome, so that is pain on the outer part of the thigh that extends down to the knee. Typically we see this caused by a lot of repetitive friction, and that's usually a sign that we have a little bit of imbalance in muscle. So we have muscle weakness, we have imbalances with that, like I said, and then we also have some mobility restrictions which are causing that pain on the outer hip and down to the knee. And of course sometimes we see ankle mobility kind of play into that injury as well. And so ankle mobility also plays a role in the next injury that we see,
which is plantar fasciitis. That's going to be pinpoint pain in the bottom of the heel. That's typically going to be worse first thing in the morning. That's caused by like irritation in the bottom of the fascia, on the bottom of the foot, or from different like ankle mobility issues, some tight calves, your shoe choices, which also kind of shoe choices ties into our next one as well.
Yep, improper shoe choices, improper ankle mobility can also lead to shin splints. So this of course is pain that you feel right on the front of the shin, front of the leg. And typically this one comes from too much volume. So we got out of the gate, ran too much too quickly, didn't build up the strength that we needed or the mobility. So we're starting to feel that pain on the front of the shin there. And when we have this type of injury, this can lead to a more serious type of injury known as stress fractures, which can take a little bit more time to recover from and be a little bit more complicated on the treatment side as well. And then as we kind of work up the leg, the other type of injury we see associated with runners is
hamstring strains or injuries to the hamstring. So your hamstring is important because it plays a part in like slowing or lowering the leg during the swing phase. And so if our hamstrings are tight or weak, which happens a lot because we take over with our quads in a lot of our activities, so being overused and things like that can increase your risk for a hamstring strain, and that's going to be any pain in the back of the leg, kind of the upper part of it, any dull ache, and sometimes you'll notice some weakness with that as well.
Yep, and these injuries are preventable. Of course, you don't have injuries just because you're getting older. That's something we tell our patients all the time, that age is just a number. Typically injuries happen because we weren't prepared to do the task at hand. So we want to make sure that we're lifting, and we're lifting properly to create balance for the body, balance for the legs so that we can run. We want to make sure that our running volume is where it needs to be. So if necessary, find a running coach to help you figure that out. And then we want to make sure we're taking care of our body after the workout and in between workouts.
And before, making sure we warm up instead of just go straight into a run too.
Right, and then also getting that active recovery post-workout. All of these parts are very important to keep you running on the trails, running on the sidewalks, running on the roads, and enjoying the activity and not hurting immediately afterwards. But if you are having issues and you need some help, 785-842-7325. We're here to help you, and otherwise, we will see you later.